Liverpool player Diogo Jota and his brother, Andre Silva, were killed in a car accident in Spain when the Lamborghini they were in veered off a road and burst into flames, police said Thursday. The Spanish Civil Guard confirmed to the Associated Press that Jota and his brother were found dead near the northwestern city of Zamora. Firefighters were called in as the fire spread into the nearby vegetation, authorities said. Police were investigating the causes of the accident that happened past midnight local time. They said there were no other vehicles involved. The bodies were undergoing forensic analysis. It wasn't clear who was driving the car. Police were looking into the hypothesis that the accident happened because of a blown tire. The accident occurred while they were driving eastward along an isolated stretch of highway about an hour west of Zamora. The 28-year-old Jota and his 25-year-old brother, both Portuguese players, were the only ones in the car, police said. Jota's death comes weeks after he married Ruth Cardoso and in a social media post wrote, "Yes to forever." They had 3 children, the youngest born last year. Jota also played for Portugal's national team and helped it win the Nations League last month. Silva played with Portuguese club Penafiel in the lower divisions. At least 15 people were taken to a hospital when a small skydiving aircraft went off the end of a runway at an airport in southern New Jersey and crashed in a wooded area on Wednesday evening, according to authorities. The incident at the Cross Keys Airport, about 21 miles southeast of Philadelphia, involved a Cessna 208B carrying 15 people, according to a Federal Aviation Administration spokesperson, who said it's under investigation. Aerial footage of the crashed plane shows it in a wooded area, with several pieces of debris nearby. Fire trucks and other emergency vehicles surrounded the scene. 3 people are being evaluated at Cooper University Hospital's Trauma Center in Camden, New Jersey, and 8 people with less severe injuries are being treated in its emergency department, Wendy Morano, a spokesperson for the hospital, said. 4 other patients also with minimal injuries are waiting for further evaluation, she said. She wasn't able to provide the exact nature of the injuries. Members of the hospital's EMS and trauma department were at the crash site, she said. A person who answered the phone at Cross Keys Airport on Wednesday said he had no information and referred questions to Skydive Cross Keys, a commercial skydiving business located at the airport. Skydive Cross Keys didn't immediately respond to an email from the Associated Press requesting comment. Gloucester County Emergency Management warned the public on its Facebook page to avoid the area in order to let emergency vehicles access the site.
In Sumy Oblast, Ukrainian military thwarted the blitzkrieg of the army of the aggressor country, Russia. This was reported on air by the representative of the Ukrainian Volunteer Army South, Serhiy Bratchuk, on Ranok Live. According to him, the Russian command sent reserves of Russian elite assault groups to the Sumy region, but they were unable to gain a foothold in the border areas of the region. The enemy blitzkrieg failed precisely in Sumy region, although the enemy tried to break through our defense as much as possible. Today we can observe certain signs of stabilization on the line of combat contact, the Ukrainian Volunteer Army representative emphasized. Their Russian elite groups were destroyed. Bratchuk noted that the defense forces had fulfilled their task of containing the enemy offensive. As a result, the enemy was unable to create a bridgehead in Sumy Oblast. Let us recall that the enemy reported that the Russians had crossed the border and were moving towards the city of Sumy. They are only 20 kilometers away from it. It is noted that by the Wall Street Journal, the regional center of the Sumy region has become a new target for Moscow, and the Kremlin is using its advantage in manpower. According to the Ukrainian military, Russia has amassed 50,000 soldiers in the area, and they outnumber Ukrainian forces by about 3 to 1, the statement said. According to the publication, over the past year, the front line has grown by more than 150 kilometers and now stretches more than 1,200 kilometers from the northeast to the south. The Russians are probing at various points along the line, then attacking with full force when they find a soft spot, as they did in the Sumy region last month. That's forcing Ukrainian commanders to play whack-a-mole, sending in elite units to help plug gaps, the WSJ noted. Earlier this month, for example, Ukraine sent elite units from its military intelligence agency to help stabilize the situation. Since then, Russian advances in Sumy have largely been halted and Ukraine has recaptured some territory. Their numbers are a big problem for us, although not enough to defeat us. The enemy is losing 300 to 400 people a day across the region, but they can cope with such losses. They keep bringing in reserves, said Kappa, the Chimera commander.